Oh, it worked. It worked. Oh, okay, I'm back, y'all. It's been thundering and lightning where I'm at, so it won't stop raining outside. Weather's been crazy. But I wanted to make this quick video because I've been learning a lot. I've been listening to the right people. And for those right now who are on a good streak in life, you know, maybe you feel like a lot of things are going your way right now in life. For those who want a lot of things to go their way in life, I wanted to make this video real quick, just to, you know, spit some knowledge of what I've been learning. And I hope you all are doing really well. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. And I really just wanted to impart some, you know, some wise words in whatever season you're going through in your life right now. The most important thing I think I've learned of recent is to never lower your love frequency, your love vibration, your positive energy for anyone. In fact, yesterday night, I actually was able to attract the perfect Abraham Hicks video that was talking about when you feel like your life is going well, but like things or people around you are like having like difficulties, or like, you know, just the lack of other people or other circumstances being as positive, and like basically like you're a ball of light, but you're surrounded by like a lot of like negativity or people who want to stay in negative energy. And what the video was saying is exactly what I've learned without the video. Like, I basically had to go through life all these years, but especially this past month. We're in a new month now of June. Coming out of May, May was amazing. Going into June. And so June is like another, you know, brand new month. And basically what it was talking about is like, when we have empathy for other places in the world or people or whatever, other situations, like when we have this energy of like feeling bad, or, you know, trying to take on other people's burdens, we lower our vibration. Like without knowing it, like what we basically do is attach to somebody's negative situation or negativity, and we actually don't help them. Like, we're actually not helping when we are trying to get on a low vibration, just like our surroundings or a person or a conversation. We try to like get into those type of situations. We're actually not helping people. We're not helping at all. And so I have realized this. You know, I've actually taken a lot of like work, like deep work on myself, and I've been really moving differently. I've really just been staying in my joy, staying in my love vibration. And I've learned that like when you do things out of your heart, like out of a love vibration, you're more careful to watch what you say. You're more careful to watch what you do. And it doesn't matter if, you know, you have haters. It doesn't matter if you have naysayers. It doesn't matter if, you know, people don't like you or stop liking you, whatever the case may be. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you really have to, for lack of a better word, if you want to be delusional, because guess what? Like, delusional people are the people in this realm that are winning. You know, it's delusional, happy, non-judgmental, you know, just happy people that look at the positive. You know, no matter what tragedy, no matter what has come up in their life, the people that absolutely have the best quality of life are people who easily forgive. I didn't say forget. People that easily forgive and just don't dwell on negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like like negative energy. My throat's dry again. Negative energy is very easy to spot, you know? So it's like, I had to learn, you know? I really had to learn through fine tuning my own vibration. And when I'm feeling good, when things are happening in my life, I really had to like pay attention. I had to pay attention and like really ask myself, like dare to ask myself, okay, so if you've been having a really good month or a really good week, like, you know, for most people, having a straight good month, like every single day being a good month, is rare. You know, before the pandemic, it wasn't so rare. But nowadays, like people having just a month that's just good, like just really good, is like rare. And so, like, for the first time in a long time, I feel like I had a really good month because why? I was intentional. I was very intentional with how I would respond to people. I was very intentional with how I would like react to things in my life. Like, I wasn't letting other things affect me because I had to learn, like through teachings, through books. And I hope that I'm helping somebody out here. And if I'm helping, please thumbs up and subscribe. And if it, you know, whatever you want to do to support, because like not everybody's going to be this real and raw and share with you all like how you do it, you know, how you have a great life or a great month or a great week, you know, and I'm willing to do that because I feel it's necessary to put out here in the universe. You see what I'm saying? No matter how many people watch this video, I think it's necessary to spread awareness and information that's actually going to help you, you know? So I had to realize, like, through all these like different teachings I was putting together, it was like, wow, what you focus on expands. What you focus on really expands. So let's say, for example, one little bad thing happened to you or one big thing happened to you in that day, right? And now it's like a snowball effect, like little by little, it's like things get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it gets so chaotic to the point where you're about to go to bed and you're like, wait, how did that happen? Like, how did I get here? Like, it's because we're not aware when we are responding negatively, or like we're in an argument with somebody, or like we're on the you know, the receiving end of something negative. Like we're not realizing like how it came to us. And you know, something that Abraham Hicks says, again, like she has amazing teachings. Something that Abraham Hicks said was really about, you know, we invite what we attract. Like what we attract, you know, we are attracting to ourselves. And every time I would hear her say that, I would like get a little bit upset because I'm like, what do you mean that we're attracting like bad things to ourselves? But then I really had to like stop and be like, wait, you're right. Like we do attract like things to ourselves that we don't want, and like we continuously do it. And so the other day I was in a conversation with somebody in my life, like in real life, you know, privately. And I was saying like, and I've been saying this like in general, like my religion is love. Like I want, as long as I'm on this planet, like I want my religion to be about love. I want to be in a love vibration, because once I changed my vibration and I really started like living from my heart with love, like no matter what's going on, like staying true to myself, like speaking my truth, you know, like in a like no nonsense way, like just being completely honest, like my life was only getting better and better and better. And I'm sorry to the haters, I'm sorry to the doubters, but like I am no longer gonna let people squash my shine and try to control me, because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to do with YouTube. I'm just saying like in general, like I've been in those places where people want to try to, you know, laugh at you and doubt you, and like what I also learned, you all, is like you just cannot be around that. You cannot be around people who are not like for long periods of time, you know, like in an intimate space. Like you cannot be around people or talk to people that have nothing positive to say. And I know a lot of things, a lot of gemstones that I'm going to be dropping in this video is going to be really hard for some people, because like they're going to have to really like redo how they move out here. You see what I'm saying? And it's another thing is like, if I don't feel the vibe is right, like I'm not going to go for it. You see what I'm saying? If I feel like something I potentially say, or how somebody responds to me, or how like the situation is going down, if I feel like, now I've learned, like if I feel like it's going in a negative direction, I'm not going to entertain it. Like I'm not even going to give it my energy. And this is something I had to learn. Like basically you just ignore energy, you ignore spirits, you ignore people, you ignore circumstances that don't align with your reality. You have to be intentional about it. And the way I can prove that this works is like the month of May, like something unexpected happened to me in April. Like a lot of unexpected things have been have happened like before when I wasn't on a good vibration that I wasn't aware of that I was attracting. And I kid you not, I flipped it on its head. I did the work, I did the research, and my entire month of May was like blessing after blessing after blessing. It was like I was literally leveling up before my eyes. Like the entire month of May, when it should have been a damsel in distress, negative, sad, my entire month was amazing. Why? Because I changed what I am attuned to. I changed what I am attracting myself to. I changed what I am accepting in my life. So if you're somebody watching me right now and you're like, I have this goal, I have that goal, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like you have to, first of all, you have to have some time alone for yourself. If you don't take time alone for yourself to investigate how you got here up to this point. I think it was a sermon. I think it was actually a sermon I was listening to, and somebody was like, take into account your life, like on a real note, like look around you, like look everywhere around you in your life, look at everything you've achieved, everything you've done so far in your life, and begin to look at how you got here. Did you get here out of love? Did you get here out of hard work? Did you get here out of negativity? Did you get here out of doubt? Did you get here out of over hypersensitivity? Did you get here like when we live our lives, we have to take inventory, right? Of what we're allowing, what we're accepting. And so, a lot of people don't do that. And they go back and blame this person or that person or this happened to me and this is why I'm like this. Like, let me tell you something. There is no worse excuse. And this is like all the way back to high school. I can recall this situation where people would use other people as a reason as to why they're in the situation they're in. Like that, there's like no worse excuse. Like people have divorced parents, people have health issues, people are homeless. Like you could think of basically the worst of the worst of the worst. And you're always gonna find a person that did not let that stop them, did not use that negative situation as a crutch, okay? Like including myself, I could go down the list of all the things that I should have not done because of X, Y, and Z. But I never allowed it. Like I never allowed what I'm currently, like faith, I never allowed what I'm currently seeing to change what I feel in my heart, to change what I feel in my mind. So if you're dealing with people that are negative Nancy's or just you're living with people who are not good people, whatever the case may be, like you have to focus on your energy because we cannot control other people's energy. We cannot control other people's reality, like to like in that way. We're not talking about SP and all that. I'm talking about in general. Like we don't even need to have that kind of power nor control. Like we don't go around, right, going to every neighbor's house trying to get in their mind and live their life for them. No, the only life we can live is our life. We have to focus on our own lives. You see what I'm saying? So I just realized throughout the years and just looking at different things that have gone down, whether positive, in between, or indifferent, it's like it's all about the vibration. It's all about the energy. It's all about what you're focusing on. So what you're focusing on expands. So I can honestly say that whenever something like a negative conversation or whatever came up in May, it's like I just don't give it energy. Like now I mean I've never really before, but I think the concept, the educational standpoint of how you put this into practice in daily life is what changed for me. I had to realize that, okay, I don't have to feed this. I don't have to accept that. I don't have to pay attention to this and that and this and that. Like if somebody around me is talking negative or whatever is going down, guess what? I don't have to engage. I don't have to even care. I don't have to feed it. I don't have to feed into the beast. I can choose to focus on something positive. So I think that the way that May from April positively changed for me was I began to think about positive scenarios, positive solutions, like trying to get to the root of why certain things are happening. Like I just didn't allow excuses to run the show. I just didn't allow, troll energy or negative energy or anything like that. I just didn't allow people to impose their beliefs about me or their perception of me onto me. Because the perception that you have of yourself is not the same perception that a stranger out there or a neighbor or a relative or whoever out there is going to have of you. The perception that you have of yourself is only in your head. So somebody else can have, so let's say, for example, you're shopping and you don't even know a stranger. A stranger crosses by your cart, they're shopping, you're shopping, and it's like your ego mind has a judgment or whatever, right? But then in that person's mind, we have to understand is that other person has their own perception of themselves, of their situation. So it's never gonna like match up. So the only thing you can control and have full capabilities in is your own reality, is your own mind, is your own heart, right? So that means that you could change it to whatever you want. If you're going through a storm, you're going through a bad time in life, you can choose to be, as they want to say, delusional or manifesting. You can choose to be in an energy of, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care what happened. I know that that's not the case, and I'm going to manifest an even better situation for myself, and things are going to go great. Things are going to go well. Affirmations, like, when you feel led to say positive things over yourself, like, I am loved, I am loved, I am wealthy, I am protected, I am protected. Like when you say things like that over yourself, like you're speaking life over yourself. And so I think especially, once again, with the pandemic and everything that's been going down in the world, it's like, it's so easy for the media and other things to control our focus. Like we choose where we put our energy. We could talk about something, but we're not giving energy to it. There's a difference. Like your heart is not going to be involved. But when your heart's involved and you have a certain intention or a certain goal, it's going to manifest a lot quicker than when you're not really you're not connected to it. You see what I'm saying? You're not plugged into that kind of reality. So what people have to understand is that like we do attract everything to us. Not everything bad that happens to us is not our fault, but what we have to do is take inventory of what is a role that we played in order for it to perpetually happen. Like it's one thing if something happened to you out of left field, right, that you were not expecting. That's just happen chance. But then it's another thing if it keeps happening and every day is bad. Like what I had to come to like the realization about is like every day should not be bad. And like if you talk to any regular person right now on the street, like I bet they would just like laugh because that's their reality. Their reality is not a reality of like everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. But when you fine tune your mind, when you fine tune your vibration, when you live from your heart space, you do realize that everything is going to be okay. And so how differently as people do we act when we realize, okay, everything is going to be okay. Like it was okay. The last time I was in a bad situation, it worked out. The last time it worked out last year, like, we have to remind our ego mind, aka the devil, we have to remind it that, good does trump evil. You know what I'm saying? Love does trump hate. Like in the end, it always does, it always will. And so when you live out of that energy, you don't go around in the world saying what's bad gonna happen to me today, what's bad gonna happen to me today. Or you don't approach things from a negative perspective. You go based upon what you know that you know. And you protect yourself and you live in an energy of light and goodness and positivity. So I really had to realize like just kind of taking inventory of my own life, like from April to May, what I was going through, like what my May should have not been what it was. And my May was incredible. I was like one of the best ones I've ever had. because I was like really paying attention to like what I'm attracting. I was really paying attention to like what I was doing in my life and what energy I was focusing on. And as soon as I began to put like my heart into it, like in a positive way, and like pray, and when I feel like to pray, I do pray affirmations, speaking life over myself, letting myself know, letting my subconscious mind know that everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay. Like when you live like that, the news, haters, nothing can get in your way. I'm saying? Like no matter what bad news someone wants to bring to you or whatever, like it can't last. It can't get in your way because you're not feeding it. You're just letting it brush off your shoulders. And in fact, maybe you're not even acknowledging it. Like there's some things that the world wants you to acknowledge. Maybe you're not even acknowledging it because you know that it's going to put you in a downward spiral. You see what I'm saying? So we are spiritual souls in a fleshly body. Like we all are, like life is kind of like a game. And so, it's easier said than done. Like somebody just saying what you focus on expands may sound very like cliche, but like if you actually dissect what I'm saying and like you apply it to your life, you'll realize that no, it's not cliche. Like what you focus on literally expands. So if you're focusing on wealth creation, you're gonna attract more things that are more tools or more information where you are now more wealthy. You're gonna begin to make more money. Whereas if you're focused on what you don't have, then you're gonna attract more what you don't have. So when people use the words like broke and debt, like when people use certain words, they're casting spells on themselves. And I know if you guys are like really in tune with other channels and other videos, maybe you guys have heard this lingo before, but it's true. Like it's very true. Like people will be putting spells on themselves and don't even know. There's people that literally walk around and say, I'm BR, I can't even say it because I don't even believe in it. I'm BROKE, I'm this, I'm that. Like people really will say this over themselves because they don't know any better. But what if you go around no matter what it looks like and you say, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, and say it from your chest, say like you mean it, like I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm well off, I always have abundance, I always have an abundance of money, I'm a multi-millionaire, I am wealthy, I have like, what if, like, you see the difference in the vibration? The difference in the vibration is like night and day. Somebody saying, I'm good, I got it, I'm always well taken care of, the universe provides me, God provides me, my angels look out for me, I'm wealthy, versus I don't have it. Like these are things we're attracting. We're attracting these situations to us. That's the huge difference, is we are what we're saying. What our heart's connected to, what our emotions and our feelings are invested into, is going to change our reality. It changes our reality. So I would say this: if you're watching a negative video, or if you're overhearing a negative conversation, or someone's bringing negativity to you, or someone's bringing a weird thing to you, or whatever situation's going on, you don't connect your heart into it. Don't put your emotions into it. Just be in a, put your mind in a different state, focus on something different, and just have your physical ear hear it. Like you don't have to be attached to it, is what I learned. Like you don't have to get yourself emotionally involved in it, because as soon as you get yourself emotionally involved, you are now like almost co-creating with that person or with that thing, and then at that point you're like manifesting their negativity onto you. Okay, so especially for those who are empaths and all this type of stuff, like be very careful with what you're taking in, because you don't want to go in a negative spiral. Most people on the planet are consistently in a negative spiral. They're never happy, they're never grateful, they're never joyous. I don't want to be like those people. I don't want to be like the rest of the world, where every day is Groundhog Day, and they don't look forward to nothing. They don't create nothing positive out of nothing. They don't look for the positive. Like, what you have to do is look for the positive. Like, what we all have to do at all time, I don't care like how bad the situation is, you have to look for the positive. It's a must. It's a must. You have to, and if you don't even, and here's the thing, you don't have to see it to create it. You don't have to see everything going well for you to still keep in a positive attitude. So that's also something that I learned, is like, that I've really put into practice in the month of May, now into June, is like, you don't have to attach yourself to every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do, it weighs you down. Your vibration is your frequency is slower, your vibration is lower, and you're not going to be able to attract the good. It's just night and day, okay? When you're in a certain vibration, you're going to attract certain kind of people. You're going to attract certain kind of circumstances. When you're in a high vibration, when you're in a positive mood, when you're taking care of yourself, like, when to the best of your ability, like the best you can, and you feel good about like the effort you're putting forth into yourself, and like the self-care aspect is very important, you're going to attract a whole different type of energy, like you just are. And so when you hear teachers say, like, well, we attract it, we attract all these things, like, we attract it, like it's not a lie. I had to like face that it's not a lie. Like, we really do attract a lot of things to ourselves that maybe we did or didn't want, and we have to just fine tune it. We have to really just be careful of what we are dwelling upon, especially when the whole world wants to yell recession and war and sickness and death. Like that's what the whole world is trying to pump out here. But like, is that your reality? Is that my reality? It's not. Our reality is fun. Our reality is healthy. Our reality is prosperous. Our reality is amazing. So let whatever, whoever, whatever dwell in its negativity, but do not join them. Do not attach your heart to these things, because that is the trick of the enemy, is to get you wrapped up in things that are not positive, and so that whatever low vibration they're on, you're joining them. But when you're in a high vibration and life is going well, you don't complain. Like, isn't it true, you all? Like, when things are going well for you, do you complain? No, you don't. Like, when life is going your way, do you complain? No, you don't. When you're around people that are full of happiness and love, and are attractive, like good looking people, like, you're not going to be sitting there crying. You're not going to be sitting there huffing and puffing. You're not going to be sitting there complaining. You're going to be sitting there smiling from ear to ear. So yes, we attract it. We are co-creators of our reality. We absolutely are. And I've noticed that every single person who is just, they keep going up and up and up, they keep having a great life, is because they want it that way. They want to make it a great life. So when things look bleak or bland or boring, they look for the color, they look for the fun, they create the fun, they go out of their way to be happy. So I just wanted to, getting hiccups now. I just wanted to leave that, and for myself as well. I watch back my own videos, whenever I have a new epiphany in life, or I learn something brand new, or I learn a different manifestation technique or whatever. Like, I watch other people who share great information, and I always will. So I just feel like whoever subscribes to me, whoever comes across my video, I want to be able to impart that to you as well, because the world needs more happy people. The world needs our people who are living in positivity and in their truth. And it's true. Like, it's so, I mean, that method that I've learned, that I've been perfecting in my life is true. There has been times where I had no reason to smile. I had no reason to be happy. I had no reason to be stress free. I had no reason at all. I literally had no reason. And I just chose to override my feelings, because feelings and emotions is what is tied to manifestation. That's why it's so important to watch how you feel, watch what you're radiating, watch what you say, because how you feel is also a part of like what you're attracting and like what you're entertaining in your life. Okay. So when I had that one situation where I had like no reason to be positive. I literally had no reason at all. But I was even more positive, because I knew that more positivity would drown out the uncertainty. I knew that more positive, like the more positive I was, I knew that the more positive I was going to drown out the uncertainty. you know, being scared. Like I knew that that was going to drown it out and like, you know, void it, like basically cancel the negative energy. And that's exactly what it did. That's exactly what it did. So yeah, if you're going through you know, a tough time, or like you're trying to get your life back on track or get your life together, or, you know, you're trying to achieve something really hard, or you're wanting to have a better quality of life, just remember that you have the power to make your life better. Don't let anybody around you tell you differently. You have all the tools. And if you don't have all the tools right now, you're going to get the tools. Okay? You're going to come across, sorry, my throat is dry. You're going to come across more videos like this. You're going to come across more people in the real world like this who are going to speak life into you, because that's what I'm doing. I'm speaking life into you. And I'm reminding you from your higher self that you have the power, okay, to change your life. Nothing is impossible. I've lived it. I breathed it. I'm a walking testimony. I'm telling you, I am a walking testimony of that. Like never, never, never listen to the voice in your, and any voice that tells you that you can't do something, you can't be something, you can't have a good life. That's a lie. Okay? All those voices are lies. Gotta get something to drink. I mean, I wish I could go into detail, but it's the internet, so I'm not gonna. But let me tell you, there has been times in my life where like I had no reason to smile. I had no reason to be happy. I had no reason to even hope that I would make it. Like I really didn't. I really didn't. But every single time it's happened in my life, I turn up my faith meter. I listen to things that empower me. I get my head back in the game of success and of prosperity and of good health. And I drown out and I cast out every single thought, every single feeling, every single negative word spoken, curse, spell, whatever, return to sender. I just reject it, because if you, you back? It froze. It froze. I think I'm back, y'all. It's just loading. It's just loading. Okay, I'm back. See, I knew it. Yeah, so if you're ever around somebody who perpetually makes you feel sad, negative, depressed, frustrated, confused, stop talking to them. Stop being around them. Stop trying to help them. Just stop, because once you get overly involved, it's going to mess up your frequency. It's going to mess up your vibration. It's going to make you think negative thoughts, and you're not going to be able to ascend or get higher or move forward with your life, especially when it comes to romantic partners, okay? So, yeah, you know, if you're around somebody who feels like a dark cloud, you know, or you never feel happy around them, it's always like a sad situation, you know, just try to back again. You know, you just have to love yourself more. You have to love yourself more than, you know, negative circumstances, negative people, what you hear on the television. You know, basically whatever makes you feel bad, stay away from it. That's kind of what I would say in a nutshell. Any thoughts, any negative feelings, any weird energy. If the energy is not pure and full of love, then it's weird. You know, then it's not benefiting you. So don't be around it. Don't stay around it. Don't entertain it, because especially in the times we're living in now, it's like people really have to be intentional. You know, they have to be like really intentional where they spend their money and their time and their energy and their focus and their feelings. And, you know, it's just basically about aligning with what's benefiting you, what's helping you, and what's going to make you have a better life. So, you know, I'm not going to use the word selfish, because I think that word is kind of like misused nowadays. But like, it's just about intention. It's just about like clarity, intention, and putting yourself in a better spot to succeed. You know, if everything you're doing in your life is putting you at the short end of the stick, then you gotta change that. You gotta take inventory and take time for yourself to realize that, okay, whoever I'm listening to, whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm spending my time with, or whatever's going on, it's not making me feel good. Like, basically, when you realize that you have the right to feel good every single day, not just some days, like you have the right to feel good every single day of your life, you're going to think completely different. You're not going to let work, situation, people, like you're just not going to let people get to you. Okay, you're going to have your boundaries. You're going to be able to speak up for yourself. You're going to be able to have, power in your voice, because at that point, you know that like this is your reality. This is your life, and you can't just let anything or anyone tamper with it. So, based upon just like, trial and error and what I've learned, I can give you all as a, heads up, is for your own life, is like, that's how my life changed from April to May. I can genuinely say my entire month of May was positive, was great. Every single day was great, because I really put in the work to block out the noise, drown out the negative voices. Really be careful, like be aware of who I'm spending my time with, what I'm entertaining, what I'm like paying attention to. And once I started to really take that more into account of like my manifestations, my vibration, how I'm living, everything changed. Like everything around me just got lighter and prettier and happier and more of love, because that's what I was putting out. What I was putting out is what I was getting back, So, also keep in mind, what you're giving out is what you're getting back. Like what your real intention is what you're getting back. So, just only align with things that make you feel good. Like that's really just like the secret sauce. Like you aligning with things that make you feel good. Like don't dwell on things, don't look at things, don't do things that make you feel low, because what you want to attract into your life is high, is a high vibration, is a beautiful frequency, is a love frequency. So you can only get there if you're focusing on things and attracting things and doing things that make you feel good. So that is like a no-brainer, but not really. Most people don't know that. That's why the earth is the way it is, because most people don't operate from that space. They operate from follow the leader, sheep follow sheep, what they see on TV, what somebody told them. They take it to heart. They take it too personal. If somebody says something negative to them, they take it so personal. Like, understand and realize like people have their own problems, and sometimes people that have their own problems, they put it onto you. But that's why I'm saying you don't have to attach yourself. You don't have to accept what they're trying to put onto you. You can simply choose to brush it off, ignore it, and focus on things that actually are going to help you, benefit you. You don't have to allow it. You don't have to even give it a time of day. Okay. So that's how I had an amazing month. That's how I was able to have basically every day be amazing, because I changed a lot about how I think, how I perceive people, how I respond to things. I really just made it my duty to protect myself, make myself feel good, and focus on the energy. Just focusing solely on the energy that feels good and not the energy that feels bad. Okay, I hope it helped you. I gotta go. Bye.